Hello everyone, welcome back to the Token Minds series. In today's video, we are going to explore a growing intersection in Web3 that many enterprises are watching closely. On-chain AI agents and how Talus Network enables these agents to operate in a way that is trusted, auditable, and safe for real assets. AI agents are becoming more capable every year, but when you let them interact with capital, protocols or treasury systems, the risks increase dramatically. So the big question is no longer whether AI can automate Web3 operations, but whether it can do so in a way that enterprises and regulators can actually trust. That's exactly the problem Talos Network is designed to solve. Talos Network is focused on turning AI agents into very viable, on-chain entities that businesses can safely trust with execution. So instead of running AI as opaque off-chain systems that no one can inspect or audit, Talus brings AI agents into a governed on-chain environment. This allows enterprises to apply identity, permissioning, and verification to AI-driven actions in Web3. The result is AI that can operate autonomously, but within clearly defined and enforceable boundaries. Most AI systems today are black boxes. When an AI agent takes an action, it's often impossible to explain exactly why it made the decision, what data it relied on, or whether it exceeded its intended permissions. In Web3, this becomes extremely dangerous. An AI agent can rebalance portfolios, execute trades, or move funds without leaving a clear audit trail. If something goes wrong, there is no reliable way to reconstruct intent or accountability. Talos addresses this problem by combining off-chain AI capabilities with on-chain governance and verification. Why does Talos matter for your Web3 business? First, continuous automation. Agents continuously monitor market, risk, and protocol conditions 24/7, enabling faster and more consistent execution. And the second, workflow integrity. Agents execute only what is explicitly allowed, following predefined workflows with no hidden actions. The third, zero blind spots. All agent logic, decisions, and execution history are fully visible and auditable on-chain. The last one is human oversight. Clear governance, approval paths, and emergency controls ensure humans remain in control of autonomy. On-chain authorization. So, first, every Tails action begins with an explicit on-chain request. A user protocol or another agent calls the Tails agent's on-chain address, which immediately checks whether the request is authorized. The on-chain workflow manager selects the appropriate execution path and enforces predefined limits such as budgets, time constraints, and allowed tools. This ensures that no agent action can occur unless it has been explicitly approved and constrained by on-chain rules. And then, the next step is tool selection and off-chain work. Once authorized, the workflow defines exactly which tools the agent can use and in what sequence. Heavy computation such as AI inference or data aggregations is performed off-chain for efficiency. The workflow specifies required inputs, data sources, and how results should be structured. Off-chain systems return results in a defined, verifiable format, allowing the agent to benefit from advanced intelligence without introducing uncontrolled behavior. The next step is verification and submission. So before anything executes on chain, Talos performs a strict verification step. The leader node confirms that the off-chain computation was performed by an approved agent, that the inputs match what was requested, and that the output adheres to expected formats and safety limits. Only after these checks pass does Talos submit the result as a transaction for execution. This step prevents manipulated data, unauthorized inference, or unexpected behavior from entering the on-chain system. So final execution occurs entirely on-chain in a deterministic manner. The workflow manager evaluates conditions and branching logic, executes approved on-chain actions such as trades or contract decalls, and updates the agent state automatically. All decisions, inputs, and outcomes are permanently recorded, creating a complete and auditable history. This guarantees transparency, repeatability, and compliance-ready execution for institutional use. For enterprises, this architecture delivers practical benefits. AI agents become safer because unauthorized or faulty actions are blocked by on-chain rules. Operations become more efficient because agents can run continuously across markets and protocols without manual intervention. Every action becomes auditable and regulatory ready, which is critical for organizations managing real value. At the same time, risk is reduced because Talus agents can proactively respond to thresholds, errors, and abnormal conditions before they escalate. So when you compare system with and without Talus, the difference is stark. So without Talus, AI agents operate without guardrails, with no reliable proof or correctness or intent. A single hallucination or corrupted prompt can cause catastrophic losses. With Talus, every action is verified before execution. Funds are protected by proofs, governance decisions are auditable, and compliance teams can trace exactly what happened and why. This is the difference between experimental AI and enterprise grade automation. These capabilities are already being applied in real world scenarios. Talus supports AI driven perpetual trading and hedging strategies, coordinated multi agent systems operating on chain, automated liquidity and yield management, governed distributed agent workflows, and even AI powered gaming economies. So, in all of these cases, the key requirement is the same: autonomous execution without sacrificing control or transparency. Tails agents are deployed using the Nexus framework on the Sui blockchain. Teams define agent identity, permissions, and workflows using Nexus configurations. Agent behaviors are structured into validated task graphs, ensuring that execution paths are predictable and verifiable. Once deployed, agents operate autonomously while remaining fully governed by on-chain rules. This makes it possible to safely test, deploy, and scale AI agents that interact with real assets. So data shows why this matters. Hundreds of billions of dollars in DeFi assets remain exposed to operational risk. Thousands of security incidents over the past few years have resulted in tens of billions in losses. Existing security tools prevent only a small fraction of these failures. At the same time, enterprises are rapidly adopting AI driven automation. Without proper governance, this combination creates systemic risk. Talos directly addresses this gap by bringing AI under verifiable on-chain control. As AI and Web3 continue to converge, AI agents are moving from experimentation into core infrastructure. Institutions will increasingly require that AI execution is auditable, deterministic, and governed. Multi-agent systems will expand across chains and roles, and smart contracts will evolve into agent-orchestrated systems rather than static logic. Talos positions itself as a foundational layer for this future. So how Token Minds helps with Talos integration? We help organizations assess where AI agents make sense, design the right agent architecture, deploy and migrate agents safely, configure governance rules, and continuously optimize performance and compliance. So our focus is not just getting agents live, but ensuring they operate safely, predictably, and in line with business and regulatory requirements. Thank you for watching. If you're ready to build auditable, permission on-chain AI agents using Talus Network, reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you implement Talus Network for real-world Web3 operations.